I can't follow people's advice. I can't work for people. I can't listen to people. I can't do any of those things because I simply do not care what they have to say. Now, when I say that, I understand that it's going to come off super braggadocious. It's going to come off as incredibly arrogant, and to a degree, it is. But what I mean whenever I say that I can't listen to anybody else's advice, or that I won't really take anybody else's opinion seriously, is that the brain has to have a compartment in it, or at least mine does, where I can go to it and say, F all of you. F every single person in my industry, F every single person in this city, F every single person in my neighborhood, every single person trying to do what I'm doing, every single person trying to be better than me. F them all, because I'm the best, because I'm the greatest, because I'll figure it out, because I have the brain to conquer any challenge that is put before me. There's a compartment in my brain that has that sort of energy. And I think it's incredibly powerful. In fact, I know it's incredibly powerful because I have continued to tap into this more and more over the years. And it has only enhanced the quality of my life. Because even though there is a place for humility, there is a place for weighing the opinions of others, for weighing the information people are giving you, for evaluating whether this is true or this is true, if that person's correct or if that person's correct, or to what gradation all of these people could be telling you the truth. There is something incredibly valuable in just saying, F all of you. Because when you do that, it puts the impetus on you. It puts the burden on proof on you. Now you have to figure out how to show the world, and more importantly, show yourself, that you can be trusted to take that sort of burden on, right? Because whenever you say F the world, whenever you say F everybody else, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I'm going to get it done, now you have to show people that that is what you can do. You have to show people that you're willing to take a risk. You have to show people that you're going to do what you say regardless of how you feel. You have to show people that you really are this master seducer, or this incredible athlete, or this super talented writer, composer, performer, actress, actor, whatever it may be. You have to show the world, and subsequently you have to show yourself. That is what this compartment does. And the importance of it is that without this compartment, you will never have the type of arrogance to actually go out and do something that is going to light your soul on fire. And that is really what it's meant for. It's not meant as something that is going to take over your personality, that is going to infect every single last fiber of your being and crush all of the other cells within your organism, within the temple. It's not meant to do that. Just like any of the other compartments, humility, the willingness to learn, the open-mindedness, the curiosity, all of that, all of these compartments are not meant to overtake any of the other compartments. They're simply meant to be what they're meant to be. And I have learned that the more arrogant you are, at least that. Oh, yeah. Every once in a while, you just have to tell the world to fuck off. Every once in a while, you just have to tell the world to F off. And I know this to be true because the more I do this, the better I feel. The more I do this, the more powerful I become. The more I do this, the more chance seems to favor me. The more the world seems to conspire in my favor. The more I say F you, the more I say F him, F her, F that institution, F this idea, F that dogma, F that doctrine, things work out better. Now, let me explain exactly what I mean whenever I say F the world, or F that religion, or F that. It's not saying I hate it. It's not saying I want it to go away. It's not saying I want them to stop practicing what they believe, or that they're completely stupid, or that they're completely false. It's none of that. It's that there's a power. In fact, there is a remarkable power in shutting all of those things down, in saying, no, I'm going to figure that out. No, I am the conduit. No, I'm going to get the information channeled through me. There's a power in saying, no, I'm the source. I'm where it comes from. I can get this done. There's a power in that. Likewise, there's a power in also being incredibly open, in saying, you know what, I want to learn from the Buddhists. You know what, I want to learn from the Hindus. You know what, I want to learn from the Muslims. I want to learn from the Christians. I want to learn from the Zoroastrians. I want to learn from runners. I want to learn from chess players. I want to learn from boxers, from quants, from traders, from businessmen in the steel industry or the iron industry, perhaps the cacao industry. It doesn't really matter. There are two sides of this coin. One side is this open-mindedness, where you're absorbing information, where you're taking things in like a child, where your eyes are gleaming bright with this attentiveness because you want to learn as much as possible so that you can then decipher what is true, what is false, what is most applicable to you, what is going to help you advance yourself towards where you want to go for your particular mission, your particular life, etc. But then on the flip side, there's this arrogance that I have found to be required in order to live the type of life I want to live. The life that sparks me with energy every single day, even when I wake up a little tired, even whenever I'm groggy, even whenever the dreams are a bit unsettling. I need a bit of that arrogance. There's a compartment. There's a side of the coin where I have to say, F the world, F you. F your ideas, F your philosophy, F what you're telling me, F your advice. I'm going to figure it out. I'm the conduit. I'm the source. I have the power within me because I'm doing this for you. I'm talking about God. I'm talking about the universe. I'm talking about the creator, Yah, the unnamed, whatever you want to call it. I'm doing it for that. Not because I want to be rewarded, not because I'm looking to book my one-way ticket to heaven, not because I care if I have a condo or a suite or even a place to sleep on the ground up there. I don't care. It's not about that. It's that I know it's right to do it for God, the creator, the energy that unites all, because things work out better that way. Because life is smoother that way, because I feel better that way, because people feel better around me that way, because things are easier, because they're more fun, they're more creative, they're more expansive, all of these words. That's why I do it. It's because it's effective, not because it's righteous or pious or because I'm going to be put in the pantheon of the saints. I could care less about that. It's because I know it's right and because it's effective, and quite frankly, it serves my self-interest. That's why I do it. But I know that I need to be arrogant sometimes, because if I'm not arrogant, then I won't go out there and do bold things. I won't go out there and take a risk or say something that's a little off-putting, something that could get me in hot water, something that could see me drowning in the middle of Lake Michigan, perhaps. There's something about just saying, F you, F you, F you, F you, I'm the best, I'm going to get it done, that sparks a flame within you. That just gets you going, that gets you running faster, that gets you lifting heavier, that gets you writing more and gets you writing more poetically, that makes you more romantic, that makes your gestures more authentic and less attached, less, oh, please like me, oh, please evaluate me in a positive light, oh, please love me, love me, love me. There's something about being arrogant that just makes everything great, at least some of the time. And this is where my theory of seasons comes in, because right now I'm in Chicago. I just moved here a little over a week ago, and it's summertime. Summertime in the Chi is fantastic. There's always stuff going on. I've been here twice before moving here. After being here for 9 days, I can tell you the city's always buzzing. If you live here, you know it. If you're from here, you know it. If you haven't been here, you gotta figure it out, because Chicago is always buzzing. But in the summer, this arrogance is great. It's amazing. You go do things. You conquer the world. You go to a bar. You go to a club. And then you wake up the next day. You run. You lift. You read a book. You sit in the park. Or you walk around. Or you play with the dogs. Whatever. You're conquering. You're meeting this person. You're going here. You're shaking that hand. You're kissing this baby. Chicago gives you that opportunity. But then in the wintertime, Chicago gets very cold. Or at least I have heard it gets very cold. I would be surprised if it didn't. The lake freezes over. Everything kind of shuts down. It does the same thing in Pittsburgh, my hometown. And in the winter, at least back home, what I would do is also shut down. Not entirely, because you never go 100-0. You always go 80-20 or 90-10 or 95-5. It's never 100-0 unless it's for a very, very, very brief amount of time. 5 seconds, 10 minutes, a day maybe, but not for long stretches, not for seasons. But in the wintertime, I would shut down. I would cool it off, and I would open myself up to influence. Because in the wintertime, I feel like it's best to learn. Authentically, it makes sense for me. Naturally, it's what I want to do. I want to open the books. I want to read the Odyssey. I want to read the Mahabharata. I want to read the Holy Bible, the Quran. I want to read all the ancient texts. I want to read Epictetus. I want to read Seneca. I want to go back into the annals of history, and I want to see what these people were discussing. I want to open myself up to politics. I want to read about science and technology and physics, whatever it could be, because I want to learn as much as possible. I do that mostly in the winter, though, because winter, things shut down. Things are slower. When it's slow, that's when you have time to chew on these things. That's when you have time to be less arrogant, when you have time to humble yourself, because the world is being humbled. It's cold. Things don't grow. You're not going to get a harvest in the wintertime. This is when you humble yourself. At least for me, naturally, it makes the most sense. While in the summertime, like I said, you go, 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 go. You be aggressive. You be arrogant. You say, F the world. I got this. I'm going to be the best. I'm going to produce. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be shaking hands, kissing babies. I'm going to be making moves. I'm going to be building connections. I'm going to be spending money. I'm going to be flexing a little bit. I'm going to be having fun. That's what I've discovered in 26, almost 27 years. And I believe that if you can find your own natural rhythm, not mine, unless that is natural to you, find your own natural rhythm where you mix this arrogance with humility, these two sides of the same coin. You go in and out, in and out, in and out, winding like a snake, winding like a river, cutting through the rock. If you can find your own natural way of doing this throughout the year and then throughout the decades, I believe, and in fact, I know through my own experience that if you could find your own natural rhythm, you're going to have a great life, because it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how famous you get. It doesn't matter about if you get written about in the future. If you make the history books, it matters how effective you are. It matters how much you love what you're doing. It matters how well you treat the people around you. It matters how enticing your story is to you, because you are the person living it. These are the things that matter, at least in my eyes. And I believe if you live life authentically and you find this natural rhythm, you'll agree with me, or you'll come to some sort of agreement, perhaps 60%, 75%, 85%, maybe even less, but you'll see some of the truth in this. So with that, I say, go out there, find your authentic rhythm, live life on your terms, as your body, as your essence, as your temperament suggests. And I bet you're going to start feeling better, and this will snowball into you finding more and more truths, uncovering more and more lessons through your own experience, feeling better and better and better about yourself, getting better reactions out of people, having more fun, feeling more charismatic, feeling more seductive, and overall writing a more enticing tale. So with that, I say God bless. Have a fantastic day. This is the New Da Vinci. I'll see you in the next one.